What was your concerns before you engaged with us? Like, what were you think you were feeling? What was going through your head before you said, right, we want to reach out to St. John and get him to potentially train the team?
The hesitancy for any sales training was prior experience, because
Mm,
typically the prior experience of sales training is a bit of a sharp and throw up, a 1 or a 2 day event, and it's quite generic, thinking that every market and every sales box should fit into the same pattern, but it doesn't. Rural is its own unique beast. So yeah, our prior experience was really what was driving the hesitancy to make a big commitment in time and money to do another round of sales training.
yeah, 100%. So when we got into it and we did those 9 weeks together, what were the shifts or the outcomes you started to see with the team as we got into things and, pulled the layer back, so to speak?
I guess the reason we dived into it with you was the first couple of modules, which were around the holding the mirror up to yourself and having a look at your own self beliefs and your own patterns, and making yourself a bit vulnerable. And
Mm,
then the second module was looking at the buyer behavior. And so because we started, really looking at yourself, I think that was the first big shift. And then the rest of it follows, because it's okay, I do have some self-limiting beliefs, and I do need to change my thinking and my worldview on things.
mm,
So that's probably the hardest mirror for anybody to look at. And so
mm.
after you've done that, the rest of the stuff is a lot easier to take on board.
Yeah, and you were very supportive in that. There's a bit of a sort of icebreaker on that. So as you got through it and we went deeper through the modules and stuff, how did it start to compare to the training that you'd done previously?
Well, the good thing was it wasn't one and done. So as you
Mm,
say, it was a 9 week program. So we could learn something, we could go away and practice it, we could come back and report on it. And the reporting wasn't generic. It wasn't soft and shallow. It was the guys had to come back with specificity around their examples, and so that meant we needed to go out and test it and try it out and find
mm,
out, put our own voice on it and find out what works. So
mm,
as the guys started using the techniques being taught, they started going, hell, this works. They were
mm.
getting runs early. And as soon as you start getting runs early, then you think, right, what's next? I want more. I'm hungry now.
Awesome. Awesome. Were you, I don't want to breach commercial confidences because we'd never do that. Were you glad or pleased to see those wins coming as soon as they came or when they came? Were you expecting that or you were obviously hoping that because obviously the investment?
I'm clearly hoping for that, but
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to happen so fast or
Mm,
to the degree to which it happened. Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
been very powerful.
Awesome. And then again, so probably last question before I leave you is how would you describe the experience to peers? What would you say about it? Would you recommend it? How would you describe how it's been working with us? What's it been like?
It's been confronting for individuals, which is a key part of the value. So if you're going to come into this process, be prepared for that. You will grow and you'll learn a whole lot of new skills. Don't dive in if you just think you're going to be same old, same old. This will challenge you and confront you, and
Mm.
and that's where the value is.
And you've been happy seeing the results that we've been doing with the marketing team in terms of getting your lead generation sorted as well. I know that was part of the thing that we were working with you guys on.
Yeah, that's been really good. The power that sits in the technology we have at our fingertips today
Mm.
is quite phenomenal, and you can harness that and use it really, really well if you know what you're doing. We thought we were doing okay, but
Mm.
in all reality, we were rubbish compared to really understanding just how powerful the technology is. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
so if you get the systems right and you get good content,
Yeah.
it works, man. It really works.
Yeah. And I think you turned your system on late last week, and I imagine you've already got quite a few leads already.
Yeah, we've got a meeting coming up end of this week where we're going to look at the numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean they were rolling in at 20 or 30 a day.
Brilliant. Well, that's credit to you guys in terms of one, the investment you made, and then actually executing on it and taking action. So yeah, if you were speaking to your peers or your clients, what would you say? Would you say, yep, recommend it? It's not a cookie cutter, it's not a basic, it's not a one and done. How would you, if you had advice for them or you could leave them with a piece of advice or a gift for it, what would you say?
Well, firstly, I'd recommend it, but come in and be prepared to be vulnerable. Don't come in and sort of high level it. Be prepared to go deep. And if you
Yeah.
do that and you're vulnerable and you're open to it, you'll learn and your team will learn. And then if you apply those learnings, you'll get results. Yeah.
I'm so pleased, Al, that you turned that lead machine on and we're supporting the sales team. And I wanted to congratulate you for obviously making the investment in trusting me with the team. It was, when we did the onboarding, it was in person because we've got that luxury because we're not too far away from each other here in NZ. And I just absolutely love the way that you're coaching your team as well, and coaching is not a monopoly thing. It's not just you, but I think the attitude that you all took to it, and obviously we opened some minds more than others as we
Yeah.
went on, but you have been fantastic, fantastic business to work with, and I look forward to working with you for hopefully as long as we earn our keep.
Yeah, no, we've thoroughly enjoyed it and we've got a lot of value out of it and we'll continue to get value out of it. So yeah, thank you.